Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl Jamila Newman, aka Mila. If you know, you know. All right, so it looks like there is an energy in the collective that is that there's the need to focus on making sure you are continuing to do the healing that you are required, because during the process of making changes and seeing things from a different perspective, sometimes we get lost in things that are happening outside of us that we are unable to control. So it's time to take time apart from the stress and focus on things that you cannot control, whether it be at work or, other people's opinions. There's other people's outside thoughts on you. What you need to focus on are the things that you need to help you become better. If you're not liking what you see in the mirror, then you are the ultimate person that can make that change. Okay? I have the Three of Wands. So you are looking to, there's someone in the collective that's looking towards expanding their vision, long term vision, their long term goals. And with that expansion, you're going to need to go within a little bit deeper. Right now, the noise is so loud. The outside noise is so loud for you that you don't know where to focus. And we are taught to look outside of ourselves to gain some more understanding, gain some more clarity. But what we need to do is look within ourselves. What is it that is causing you, when you look in the mirror, to be upset about the reflection? Maybe not so much physical appearance, but your inner reflection, what you see about yourself. Now, if you find that you're always sad about something, what is it that's causing you to be sad? It can't just be, I'm just sad just to be sad. No, I'm sad because I don't have friends, or I'm sad because I don't have a job. I'm sad because of this, that, and the other. Okay. And then you peel it back even further. You don't have friends. Why don't you have friends? Is it because the people around you are not friendly, or is it because the people around you are not genuine enough to be in your circle? Does that make sense? Someone's in a lot of anxiety and worry. I got the Nine of Swords. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're having problems with things like that, you need to be your own friend, okay? A lot of people feel that they need to have so many people around them all the time because that makes them look like they're a healthy person. But in turn, if the people that are around you are not doing healthy things, they're not being genuine, they're not being kind, they're just, taking life day by day without thought or concern for other people, and it makes you feel some type of way, like, I don't want to hang out with people that don't really have any care or aspirations for growth, then you step back away from them and you feel like, oh man, I'm lonely. But you're not really alone if you're there with yourself, trying to improve yourself. God is always with you no matter what. And a lot of people don't understand that. The guidance for you is here. You're just not seeing it. Okay. So I am definitely getting a pull to speak to someone about taking a step back from people, places, things that are making them feel overwhelmed in their healing process. Okay. And like I said, so I got the Three of Wands. Of course, you want to expand, you want to grow, you want to do everything that needs to be done. But there's too much going on the outside that is distracting you from the healing that you're attempting to work through. You've got traumas that you need to focus on. And when you look at those, identify the parts that you want to work on. Don't get overwhelmed by a big giant list. If you look in the mirror and you say, I don't like this about myself, that's what you're going to focus on. That's what you're going to work on. And when you look at that, you need to seriously sit down and figure out, why do I think X, Y, and Z about this specific thing about myself? And in doing that, you're going to be able to get an understanding and clarity. Once you understand the problem, you know how to rewrite the program. Okay. So if you think that you would be better with more muscles, or you would be better with a little bit more weight on you, think you're too skinny, or you think you're too, heavy, whichever way, whatever the circumstance is for you specifically, you'll be able to put together a plan of action to improve your personal thought about yourself. First things first, there's no negative speak allowed. So when you hit a wall and you fail at something, you're not berating yourself because of that failure. That is very much important. Two of Pentacles. So there's a lot of juggling multiple tasks, okay? And this energy is, there's a lot of, like I said, juggling of multiple tasks, and maybe there's a little bit of overwhelmed. You're feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And when you feel a little bit overwhelmed, you need to definitely step back from whatever these multiple tasks are. Even though if they're like critical, they need to be done, you still need to take 5 minutes. 5 minutes away from that task, regroup mentally, and gauge how you are going to take one thing at a time. No matter if you got 5 things to do, you can't do all 5 things at the same time. So you're going to have to look at one item, focus on that one item. What am I going to do to finish this, that, and the other? And follow it step by step. Once you've completed that task, move on to the next one. If you want to line it up to things that are most critical first, go ahead and do that. If it's a time sensitive thing, do the thing that is most time sensitive first. Focus on that, get it complete, then move on to the next. By isolating your multiple tasks into one task that you're focused on at a time will alleviate the stress and the panic that you're feeling by trying to juggle multiple things at one time. If you're one that likes to write things down and make schedules, then do that. Write it down, all the things you need to get done, and then pick the first one, and then flip the page, put that one item that you picked down. Write down, this is what needs to get done, this is how I'm planning to do it, and just get it done that way. Once that sheet is done, you flip back to your list and you go on to the next task. That way you only have one thing only to focus on, thus clearing up all the chaos in your brain that is overwhelming you at this time. Okay, I have Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So there is a limited finances. You are not seeing the funds that you were hoping to see. So that this is also why, if you are at one time maybe had multiple people to do these tasks, and now it falls upon your shoulders to do these tasks, then this is definitely going to that making a schedule, making a big giant list of everything you need to get done, and then breaking it up into smaller lists in order to accommodate the fact that you don't have the finances to have help or assistance at this time. This one tried to jump out, and this is the 10 of Wands, is just talking about heavy burdens, and that's exactly what I'm feeling right now for someone specifically in the collective, okay? And then a Knight of Swords, bold action, aggressive action. So you're heavily burdened because of this bold action, because you went steamful. Let's see, was it steam full ahead? You went at something too quickly without thinking about what would happen if things didn't work out the way you had envisioned it in your mind. Okay, so now it's time to realize, crap, it didn't happen the way I wanted it to happen. I need to step back and reapproach with a different plan. If you already know it didn't work this way, how else will I be able to accomplish something? Look at things from a different perspective. Tower. So with this collapse and loss, you're in a complete upheaval. Refocus. Not all towers are bad. Sometimes things that weren't working properly get burned down because exactly that. They weren't built on a firm foundation. Now it's up to you to go ahead and restart. This is a King of Pentacles energy. Someone that you know had it all together, okay? So now what you need to do, as everything's crumbling, you can't look at everything. You can only focus on one thing at a time. And right now, you need to regroup and focus on your actions, how you went about something that puts you in this moment of tower, and reevaluate your healing, okay? Because this right here seems to be, there's a lot of push going through without thinking forward, you know, thinking about the actions that you were taking. But now that you know the way you planned out something was not the right way, it definitely did not amount to you having a positive outlook on, or positive return on your investment, that you need to reevaluate on what you need to do, what you would like to do honestly, versus the shortcuts that were taken previously. Ten of Swords. So this is a painful ending, betrayal, complete collapse, which was definitely already indicated when we saw the Tower, okay? To get through this next step, the next step further in life, whatever it is that you need to pick yourself up from your, you know, by your bootstraps and keep on going, it's going to require a lot of strength. Five of Wands, there's a lot of conflict in your life right now, so you are definitely encouraged to go within, you know, isolate yourself away from people so you can heal, because you can't heal anything if everybody's in your face. You need to step back, take accountability for whatever actions you took, and make the corrections needed to move forward. And King of Wands energy, which is a leadership role. The King of Wands was followed by the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. All right, so this was something to do with finances, someone you collaborated with. King of Swords. Leap of faith. So the energy that I'm getting is that this collaboration, hold on, let me pause real quick. All right. So the person that you were collaborating with, you were working towards a specific goal, went towards a Ten of Pentacles, and the decision has been made by this King of Swords to take that collaboration away from you. And now you feel like as if everything is, you know, at a loss and you don't know where to start. First, you need to start on taking accountability for your actions, what you actually did wrong when it came to this collaboration. If in this field that you're working in was actually beneficial for you, and if it isn't beneficial for you, you need to figure out what is. because at this time, the way you were going about things previously was not working out for you. Okay, so, and then when people tried to correct you and tell you that you were going about things the wrong way, you refused to listen and you stood your ground and you were victorious in winning the argument. They went along with the way you were going to do things, but it was a hollow victory because in the end, because you were unable to listen to outside opinion or outside expertise on how you were going about things, it is ended in a tower for you. So overall, what do you need to know going forward? Going forward, what do you need to know? Be present. Okay, so instead of focusing on all the things that you did wrong, you need to focus on what you have now. Not what you used to have, not what you dreamed to have, what you have now. The one that came out is be present. Dwelling on the past or future keeps us from experiencing the infinite creative power of the now. When you make a conscious choice to be fully present in each moment, you open yourself up to endless possibilities of the universe. Magic works its way into your life. So you need to be present. You need to be working on personal skills. Like when I say personal skills, I'm not talking about work skills, interpersonal skills. That means working on your triggers, things that are causing you to be in this unstable environment. You are not in alignment at this time. You are a little bit everywhere, where you should be focusing on your health. You're seeing all the things that you do not have. You need to get yourself in the right state of mind and right state of balance within your heart, and realize that everybody makes mistakes. Everybody does things that they wish they hadn't done. You cannot go back and change those mistakes. The only things you can do is change how you go about your day to day, and going forward, what you are going to do to improve not only yourself, but those people around you. How are you going to, and how is improving yourself going to affect everyone around you? Because right now you're in a state of negativity and that energy is flowing all over. Henceforth, I was able to pick this up for this reading. So you need to stay in the present and start doing the shadow work. There is no time this is not the time to ignore it, because things will continue to fall apart if you are not able to heal from the pains that are affecting your decisions. Okay? Can I get 3 cards? 3 cards, please. All right, I got 4. So I got the Fool card, the 10 of Wands, and the 3 of Wands, and followed by the Chariot. All right, so now this is the time. Everything is burned down for a reason. Your old life is over. It is now time for you to have your new beginning. That it means you need to start fresh, by being honest, taking accountability for your actions so you can move forward. So I have the 10 of Wands here. So you need to, free yourself of these burdens by healing yourself and understand that there's nothing you can do to change the past. You can acknowledge it, but don't sit in the emotions for too long, because you will just be dragged backwards. You need to acknowledge, understand what happened, what caused it, and how you can go about avoiding this happening to you again in the future. Okay? The 3 of Wands is talking about forward progress. You need to be able to have some sort of forward progress, but you can't have that until you deal with what is going on with you right now in the present. Okay? And we have the Chariot. This is telling you need to take control of who you are not just about, this isn't telling you about travel. It is, you are in need of taking control of your life, and you cannot take control of your life if you are so focused on everyone else but yourself, your emotional health, your mental health, and your physical health. All right, I hope this helps. Until next time, keep shining. Shine so bright, you piss everyone off.